Don't let your children call your boyfriend or your fiance daddy if he's not their daddy. And if he ends up fulfilling the daddy role and they choose to call him daddy on their own, that's a little bit different. But I've seen kids call their mother's boyfriend dad and they barely knew the man. That is not a good look. Your children should not be calling a stranger daddy. They shouldn't be calling your boyfriend daddy if he's not their father figure. Now, if they grew up with him or y'all been married for 10 years and he's playing the daddy role, that's different. But I'm talking about a boyfriend who just comes by the house or y'all spending time together and they calling him dad. That's not appropriate. That's not appropriate at all. Cut it out. Stop trying to convince your man to change. Stop trying to convince your man to change. If he's not what you want, go find what you want. Stop trying to make him feel sorry for you. You cannot guilt a man into not cheating. Let me say this again. You cannot guilt a man into not cheating. Let me say it again. You cannot guilt a man into not cheating. But you got so many sisters who think they're going to guilt their boyfriend, husband, fiance into not cheating. You can't do it. There is no amount of guilt that's going to stop him from taking a cookie from a woman he's attracted to. Guilt is not how you change behavior. Crying is not how you change behavior. Fighting is not how you change behavior. You change your man's behavior through consequences, not begging, not pleading, not crying, not threatening to hurt yourself. What are the consequences if he cheats? What are the consequences if he don't pay the bills? What are the consequences if he don't spend time with the children? You got to have consequences. And I'll be honest with you, ladies. You've heard me tell you this plenty of times. I don't believe you leave a relationship because he stepped out. I don't believe that. Not if you're married to an alpha. Because monogamy ain't normal for alphas. Alphas seldom do monogamy. I didn't say all of them. I said it's going to be hard for you to find an alpha that's going to be monogamous for the rest of his life. That's a very rare thing. You understand me? So leaving because your alpha sampled another woman's Cinnabons, I'm not going to tell you not to leave. I just don't know if that's a good reason. Because if you're looking for a man who ain't going to sample some Cinnabons once in a while, an alpha man who ain't going to sample some Cinnabons once in a while, that's going to be a hard one to come by. But I'll tell you when you better leave. I'll tell you when you better leave. You don't leave because you're not the only one. You don't leave because you're not the only one. You leave because you are no longer number one. Listen, black woman. Listen to the wisdom. You don't leave because you're not the only one. You leave when you are no longer number one. For a man to demote you from first place to second place is disrespect. For a man to demote you from first place to second place is disrespect. Leaving because you're not the only one could be premature. I'm not going to tell you not to. Do what you want, but I think it's premature. But if you know for a fact that the side piece is now the main piece, you know for a fact that the side piece is now the main piece, that the chick on the side is now the queen, that she is more important than you, now you got to get the hell up out of there. When you are no longer number one, you are a fool to hang around. I'm going to say it again. If you are no longer number one, you are a fool to hang around. If you are no longer number one. Now, if you was never number one, that's something different. If you was never number one, that's something different. But if you are number one and he puts another woman on top, you got to get up out of there. Because sooner or later, you're going to get knocked down from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5. Before you know it, you're no longer on the list, baby. Be careful, ladies. Be careful. Learn how to take your power back. Understand, the first 90 days in the relationship will set the tone for the next 10 years. The first 90 days of the relationship will set the tone for the next 10 years. The first 90. Ladies, get the first 90 days right. Get the first 90 days right. Make the first impression that you need to make. The first 90 sets the tone for the next 10. Gotta understand that. Now, let me say this. Women have a habit to get involved with a man who tells them up front, I'm not looking for a relationship, while I already have somebody else. And you will agree to the terms of the romantic contract. You have a verbal contract with that man. You are not the only woman he's seeing, or you are not the number one woman in his life, or he's just looking for a friend. He told you up front he just wants a friend. He don't want a relationship. Or he told you up front he got another woman and he not giving her up. And you told him you're fine with that. You told him I'm okay with that. You told him you're only looking for a friend yourself. And then your feelings get wrapped up. And then your feelings get wrapped up. And then your feelings get involved in the situation. And now you want to rewrite the terms of the contract. Sisters, I know you don't want to hear this. My beautiful African queens, I know you don't want to hear this. You do not have the right to change the terms of the contract. You do not have the right to change the terms of the relationship contract just because your emotions are now involved. You should have never agreed to terms that you knew you could not keep. Some men, if they into you, they will rewrite the terms of the relationship. But the man is not compelled. He does not have to renegotiate the terms of the romantic contract just because you fell in love. Why did you agree to just be his friend if you know you wanted more? See, this is when you start this is when you start, what's the word they use? You undervalue, you overvalue, you overestimate the impact of your cookies. Some women say, he just want to be friends. Wait till I throw this loosey-goosey on him. he gonna want to wife me after I throw this loosey-goosey on him. And you done threw that old loose goose on that man 50 times. And he still got you in the friend zone. What you thought you was going to be able to do, you was not able to do. So stop agreeing to terms you don't want, thinking you're going to sex him into agreeing to a new romantic contract. It doesn't work that way. Which takes me to another point. We have this thing called forcing marriage. Forcing marriage through guilt, through family, through church, listen, I know some men who were manipulated into marriage. I know some. They were manipulated into, the woman threatened to kill herself. He couldn't take the chance. He married her. Woman said, you'll never see your kids again. He didn't want to take the chance. He married her. Woman had a baby. He wanted the child to be in wedlock. He married her. Woman said, I'm going to take you to court. Child support is cheaper to keep her. He married her. And guess what, ladies? If you manipulate a man into marrying you, he will have no guilt stepping out on you. Every married man I know who was forced into that marriage is damn near a super hoe, and they have no guilt and no shame cheating on their wife because they did not want the marriage. What I'm saying, black women, if you got to force him and threaten him and bend his arm and send your friends, if he don't want to get married, why are you trying to force a man who don't want to marry you to marry you? Because if he does marry you, you're going to pay for the fact that this was a manipulation. Listen, it's hard enough for a committed man to stay monogamous. It's hard enough for a man who loves you to stay monogamous. And here you go, forcing a man who didn't want to be in marriage. Do you know what you're setting yourself up for? That man is definitely going to be cheating on you because he didn't want this anyway. A forced marriage is never a good marriage. A forced marriage is never a good marriage. A forced marriage is never a good marriage. Don't do it. Okay? Also, ladies, make sure you have some clear boundaries for your ex-husband, ex-boyfriends, baby daddies. Ladies, make sure you have clear boundaries for ex-husbands, baby daddies, ex-boyfriends. No man wants a woman with excessive entanglements. No man wants a woman with excessive entanglements. What is an excessive entanglement? Well, me and my ex-boyfriend, we have the same car insurance. I'm on his insurance policy. Me and my baby dad, we co-own this business over here. You know, me and my ex-boyfriend, we invest in houses together. I mean, don't get me wrong. There can be some room for that. You can't just walk away from a business deal. But I'm telling you now, most men are going to walk away from a woman if she has too many entanglements. Your baby dad can come over the house whenever he wants to see his kids. Ouch, that's not straight. He needs to see his kids. But whenever he want, anytime he want, sounds like y'all still in a relationship. You got to have boundaries. No man is taking you seriously if you ain't got no boundaries. Okay? Save your tears for a man who cares. The worst thing you can do is go crying to a man who don't value your feelings. And I see women do it all the time. Why are you crying in front of a man who don't give a damn about you? All he doing is losing more respect. Save your tears for men who cares. Save your tears for men who cares. Next up, ladies, keep your cookies fresh. Your cookies should be fresh all the time. They should smell fresh. They should feel fresh. They should look fresh. Make sure your hygiene. Make sure the hygiene. Make sure your woman cave is well cared for. Make sure your woman can. A lot of brothers are complaining about fine ass sisters. They say, Doc, she fine, but her woman cave smells like petrified pickle juice and onion skin. Her woman cave smell like baby shit and alligator vomit. Ladies, keep the woman cave clean, fresh, moisturized, tight. Take care. You only get one. Ladies, you only get one. Nobody want no stale cookies. Nobody want no cold cookies. Nobody want no dry cookies. Nobody want no loose cookies. Don't nobody want no stale cupcakes. Don't nobody want no hard cupcakes. Don't nobody want no dry cupcakes. Don't nobody want no loose cupcakes. Nobody want no stale Cinnabons. Nobody want no hard Cinnabons. Nobody want no cold Cinnabons. Nobody want no dry Cinnabons. And nobody want no loose Cinnabons. Ladies, your woman cave is like the engine on an automobile. Your woman cave is like the engine on an automobile. Your woman cave is like the engine on an automobile. You ever go to buy a car? Let's say you go to the used car lot. And it's a brand new Benz. That Benz is all that. Nice paint, nice radio, nice rims, nice wheels. It's a nice color. And that Benz is the best looking car in the used car lot. That Benz is the best looking car in the used car lot. But guess what? You go to get in the Benz and you turn the engine on and you see that this Benz is only 10 years old. And this Benz already got 900,000 miles on the engine. The Benz is fine. The Benz look good, but the Benz got 900,000 miles on the engine. You like, I love this car. This car is beautiful. It's the most attractive car in the car lot, but it got 900,000 miles on the engine. That's the problem with a lot of our sisters. Not all of our sisters, not most of our sisters, but a lot of black women are gorgeous, beautiful face, beautiful body, curvy. But guess what? You got too many miles on your engine. Too many miles on your woman cave. Too many miles on your cookie jar. Too many miles on your cupcakes. Too many miles on your Cinnabons. And I don't care how good you look. I don't care how beautiful you are. If a man get in that car and that engine don't start, he trying to start that engine. He want to drive that Mercedes. He want to drive that Maserati. He want to drive that Porsche. He trying to drive, and the car is beautiful. Soft seats, nice radio, all types of heated seats and air-conditioned seats and nice rear view. The car is, but he trying to start the engine. How many people you know going to buy a beautiful car if the engine don't work? How many people you know is going to buy a beautiful car if the engine don't work? And all I'm saying, beautiful black women, all I'm saying to my sisters, I don't care how good you look. If your engine got too many miles on it, if your engine is out of shape, if your engine has not been getting a tune up, and you know for a woman, a time out is a tune up. For a woman, a time out is a tune up. For a woman, a time out is a tune up. You got to shut the engine down, give it a break, and your body will naturally replenish your juices, replenish your temperature. Your walls will automatically get tight again. Put the loosey-goosey on vacation. Put the loosey-goosey on vacation and let your inner Mother Nature close them walls up, get that lubrication working again, get that temperature fixed. You understand? You understand? Okay? Because if you don't give that loosey-goosey a break, what do they do with cars? No matter how, if a car is beautiful, but the engine don't work, what do they do with it? What do they do with a beautiful car with an engine that don't work? They take it to the junkyard. They take it to the junkyard. Ladies, take care of yourself. Next up, if you need a father figure, go find one. Your husband don't want to be your daddy too. Your boyfriend don't want to be your daddy too. Your fiance don't want to be your daddy too. We talked about this earlier. Your man don't want to be your therapist. He don't want to be your daddy. If I have to make your decisions for you, if your man has to make all the decisions about your life, if your fiance has to make all the decisions about your life, if your boyfriend has to make all the decisions about your life because you are too insecure and low self-esteem to make decisions for yourself, you are parentifying him into your father, and he's going to get burned out, stressed out, and he's going to leave you. Your man is not your father. Go find your dad. If you ain't got a dad, go find a father figure who can serve as your dad. Do not turn your husband into your dad. I already told you, being your husband is a hard enough job. Being your fiance is a hard enough job. Being your boyfriend is a hard enough job. Do not give him the additional responsibility of being your father. Next up, don't let your friends cook for your man too much. Don't let your girlfriends cook for your man too much. Don't let the queendom have too much access to your man. Because guess what? Every girls club, every girls gang every lady circle, whatever you call your little clique of sisters, every girls club, every lady circle, got that fast ass woman in there. Let's say is you hang out with 4 of your girlfriends. It's 5 of y'all. 5 of y'all, and y'all make up the girls club. Well, guess what? I promise you, in every 5 woman, there's a thirst bucket. Somebody's thirsty. And that one thirsty chick don't mind sleeping with the other women's man. So you got to make sure you don't give your man too much access to your girlfriends, and don't give your girlfriends too much access to your man, because the imagination is a hell of a machine. The human imagination is one hell of a machine. The human imagination is one hell of a machine. And if you start telling all your business to your girlfriends, if you start talking about your man too much, how much he pleases you, how much he don't please you, the things he like, the things he don't like, she's taking mental notes. She's taking mental notes. She's taking mental notes. Imagination. And he looking at her. And you know, women got a certain eye. Women got a certain eye that they give men to let the man know they are open for business. That's right. Women got a certain way of looking. Y'all got this look. Sisters got a look y'all do to another brother to let him know I might be with him, but in case you're interested, I'm open for business. So I'm telling you, sisters, right now, be careful about giving your man too much access to your girlfriends, or your girlfriends too much access for your man. Because you do know, most of the time, the first chick he gonna smash after y'all break up is one of your girlfriends. One of the first chicks he gonna smash after breakup is one of your girlfriends. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Not only because she was thirsty, not only because she was thirsty, but in a world where there's not enough black men to go around for black women, in a world where there's not enough black men to go around for black women, most black women would rather have a husband than a best friend. If a black woman, ask yourself something, ladies, would you rather have a husband or a best friend? Be honest. If you could only have one or the other, do you want a best friend or do you want a husband? Most women want a husband first. And because they want a husband first, they're willing to risk your relationship to get a husband. And if they think they can turn your ex, if they think they can turn your ex into their husband, they will take the chance. I have seen it over and over again. If she thinks she can turn your ex into her husband, I promise you, your relationship with her won't stop her from doing it. As we close out, that's why I tell you, keep other women out your business. Keep them away from your man. Once in a while is cool. She coming over there every day? Nah, family. You got a co-wife situation developing and you don't even know it. She's over your house every day. You got a co-wife situation going on and you don't even know it. Ain't no girlfriend coming over to your house every day and you got a man. She's liking your man. She's liking your man, and she wants to show him that her Cinnabons are bigger than yours. Her Cinnabons are plumper than yours. Her Cinnabons are rounder than yours. Yes, yes, yes. And don't let her cook for your man, because if you let her cook for your man, she can steal your man through the kitchen. Oh, yes, the two strongest hungers are reproduction and refueling. Sex and food. The hunger for sex and the hunger for food are the two strongest hungers of the male anatomy. The hunger for sex and the hunger for food are the two strongest hungers, cravings in the male body. We must discipline those as men, but as a male, a biological, anatomical male, sex and hunger are the strongest cravings of the physical body. So if you let your girlfriend cook for your man, if you let your girlfriend cook too much, it's okay she do a sweet potato pie once in a while. She did dinner once in a while. But if that woman cooking all the time, he gonna start falling for her because she's nourishing his soul. Food is spiritual. Food is electric. Food is magnetic. Food is attractive. That's why in African culture, we make food with our hands and we give it to the spirit because our ashe, our divine energy is in everything we make. When a woman cooks, when a black woman cooks, you put love in your food. When a black woman cooks, you put love in your food. And that energy that you put in that food, he's eating your energy. Black woman, you don't even realize it. Your man is devouring your best friend's ashe. Her essence is in that sweet potato pie. Her essence is in those deviled eggs. Her essence are in those smothered turkey wings. Her essence are in those ribs. Her essence is in that sweet potato pie. And so one day you at work and he come home early and your girlfriend Vanessa is saying, "Hey, James, I see you home from work early. Did Tasha give you those devil eggs I made last week?" "Oh, yeah, girl, they was all that." "Did Tasha give you those smothered turkey?" "Oh, yeah, girl, they was all that." "Did Tasha give you my homemade lemonade?" "Oh, yeah, girl, they was all that." "Did Tasha give you my ribs and my casserole and my veggie?" "Oh, girl, you could cook your behind off, girl." And then she said, "Hey, James, I never made a pineapple upside down cake. Would you like to sample my pineapple upside down cake, James?" And James say, "Well, bring a slice over. I'm going to go in the house, get these boots off. I've been working all day. Chantel ain't coming home to midnight. She got to work a double, girl. I ain't got nothing to eat. Go ahead, bring me a slice. I'll eat that." And the next thing you know, your girlfriend who lived next door, around the corner, down the street, comes over to your house because you got to work a double. Your man just got off of work. He been growing on her with all that food he been cooking. And she come in there with that pineapple upside down cake. And she got on these tight jeans, ass just poking out and smelling all good. She got that new shea butter, hair all, oh my God. She said, "Here, James, take a slice. I want, eat it. I'm going to leave after you eat a slice. I just want to see how you like it. Take a slice." And James and that pineapple upside down cake melt in his mouth. And then she pull out a whole plate of dinner. "Here you go, James. I got some ribs and some greens with the turkey juice, the greens with the turkey juice, the greens with the turkey." She got the greens with the turkey. And you know what? James can't take it no more. His testosterone and his masculine energy is calling for her estrogen and her feminine energy. James couldn't take it no more. He already was looking at that ass. You ain't coming home till midnight. Guess what? You got off early. You come home and you walk in the house. They didn't think you was coming home till midnight. And the next thing you know, James got your girlfriend upside down in the upside down cake. I said, James got your girlfriend upside down in the pineapple upside down cake. I said, James got your girlfriend upside down in the pineapple upside down don't be letting the ladies cook too much for your king.